really how we live.
Hey, what is up guys, this is Collis here. Sorry for being slightly sort of inactive. I've just got off holiday and I've been trying to sort out college for the next year before I go to university, and so that's basically the reason why I've been off. But anyway, this is my new series because many of you have asked me to do more dirt series and things and rants and things, so I thought I'd make it into a series and we'll call it Rant on Dirt. So we sort of have two meanings because I'll be playing dirt, and also it'll be rant on something that just like pees me off. So dirt, as some people might say. Yeah, it's a bit confusing. I don't know if it'd work or not, but you know, that's the series, what it's going to be called. I might change it later on. But, you know. So what I'm going to be talking about today, because it's the first of the series, usually I'd probably be doing about 3 things that wound me up. There'll be weekly series or fortnightly, depending on how much time I have and things like that. But if it comes to every fortnight, I'll do 6 things. But if it's a week after, I'll do 3 things. So you know, these should last about 3.5 minutes. This one obviously is going to last quite long because I'm still rambling on about stuff that you probably don't even care about. So anyway, first on my agenda, or in fact what I will do is just tell you everything that I'm going to be talking about and then go through one by one. So the first thing that I'm going to be talking about, I know it's slightly old now, but as I just said, I've come off holiday. So Prince Harry, these snaps that have been like gone around the internet and people are like, oh, that shouldn't be happening, blah blah blah, but we'll get into that later. Just someone that really winds me up and pisses me off is Joey Barton. He's a cunt. People moaning about like the Paralympics, something to do with the Olympics and Paralympics, you know, things like that, but nothing to do with Paralympics. I really enjoy watching it and things like that, but it's something to do with people about the Paralympics, you know. Next up will be PPI, you know, these payment protection insurance phone calls and things like that. Burglars that get shot, and then the people that shoot the burglars who are burgling them get sent to prison. That's really winding me up. And also college has really pissed me off, especially yesterday. Right, so first up, Prince Harry pictures. So these pictures, which should be coming up on your screen right now if I'm a pervert and I download them and put them in a video, they've basically been sent around in newspapers and things like that, and he went to a party in Vegas and all these like lords and things like that are all like, he is a part of the royal family, he should not be doing things like this. He's a fuck. He's like a young bloke who's in the army, and he is in the army, whether he's like surrounded by loads of like special security forces or whatever, he's still part of the army. He's on his leave before he goes out into a war zone again in Afghanistan. He's on holiday, and you know the phrase, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Clearly the dickhead mate of his that took the pictures didn't get that message, but anyway, good on him. You know, keep doing what you want to do rather than what everybody else expects you to do, and keep Britain proud. Yeah. So next up, Joey Barton. What a prick. I despise him, and I have totally gone off football because he is still in it. The amount of fights and things that he causes on and off the football pitch is ridiculous. He's a Mardy cunt who seriously wants to just get a good kick in or banned from football for life. Thank God that he's going to Marseille in France, or hopefully going to Marseille, because really the quicker he's out of this country the better like I'll feel about football, and I might get back into it. That's all I can say about that, because I'll probably start swearing and stuff like that. So next is the Paralympics, and a lot of people on Facebook and things like that were moaning that the Olympic torch was sort of like blown out, or you know, I've forgotten the freaking word, but you know, they stopped the gas going through the Olympic torch basically before the Paralympics. And a lot of people was like, well, the Paralympics are Olympians in their own right, and surely they should have kept it on. I totally agree with you, but the fact is that the Paralympics and the Olympics are 2 totally separate things. They do exactly the same thing, separate things, but they aren't the same. The Olympics was founded in blah 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 BC in Rome. The Paralympics was founded like what, less than 10 years ago in England, probably, or probably England, but you know, I should have done some more research on this, but anyway. So really, you know, it's a totally different Olympics. So yeah, you know what, they've lit another torch for the Paralympics, so just let them get on with that. Maybe one day they can fuse the two together. That'd be a good day, but for now they are separate competitions, so we shouldn't really be getting mardy about it, because like the Paralympians aren't getting mardy about it, are they? Nobody else is getting mardy about it except for some people who it's like, it offends me, but I can walk and talk and do everything like normal people can because I am not a Paralympic, but it's gonna offend me. It's like, piss off, get off Facebook, you know, go out and get a life. Let the if the Paralympians want to change it, then support them all the way, but don't try and make something like worse than it has to be, because I don't know anybody else that's moaning about it. So the next thing is, I got more than one phone call, to be honest, while I was in Spain, and it really sort of like, it could have ruined my holiday, but I take these things lightly. But you know, when you get a phone call and it's always like, excuse me, our records indicate that you took a loan out 5 years ago, and we noticed that you weren't told about your PPI. Right, okay. Did you take out a loan in the past 5 years? Probably borrowed £10 off my dad. You know, probably borrowed 20 quid off my dad. Well, our records indicate that you are owed thousands of pounds for PPI that was missold. Right, so I'm owed thousands of pounds for taking 20 quid from my dad. Right, okay. Yes, would you like to get in touch? No, you're okay, thank you. Okay, and then they sort of like tell you all about the crap what they can get you, and you can win so much money for £20 from your father and things like that. Obviously they didn't really say that, but you know, it's one of those things that it's just stupid. That's a sigh of my faith in humanity has gone. So second to last is these burglars that tried to burgle a farm in somewhere, and the farmer there decided to open fire with his fully licensed shotgun that he's allowed to have on 2 people, and they're injured, and he's getting done for something like GBH because the people didn't die. There's been a load of different things in the past where farmers shot burglars. Pardon me, I need to burp. He's shot people who are burgling, and then they get sentenced for like manslaughter and stuff, or murder and things like that. And I just think it's ridiculous. If someone's willing to put their own life at risk to rob things, your property, on your property, you should have. And if you have license for a shotgun or whatever, or if they'd have stabbed him to death, they'd have probably got the same thing. But you know what? If somebody is on your property stealing your things and potentially could harm your family, I think you should be able to do anything to protect your family. But the point is that now that we found out that the people burgling were gypsies, he's probably better off in prison, because he's probably going to die now. I'm not stereotyping gypsies or anything, but you know, we'll probably read that he's been killed in like a couple of weeks if he gets let off, so he might be better off in prison. It's just unlucky to say, but anyway. Finally, and 9 minutes into it, I didn't think this would last this long, but you know, college, to be precise, Chesterfield College. For the past year, doing my 2-year course, I was told that I could go on to do an emergency care course because I want to be a paramedic. And I had the UCAS points to get into university, but I didn't have the experience for like a care thing. So throughout this year, I've been getting a job as a placement for that. I'm now a support worker. Haven't started my work yet because my CRB is taking forever to go through, but still, I got a job doing that. Paid for like countless CRB checks for college, no, thinking that the course was going to be free because that's what they said. They said I could get it for free because it's a level 2. La di da. Spend all day yesterday, and that's Tuesday. Yesterday was Tuesday the 4th. I was there at like 1 o'clock, spent until about 4 o'clock filling out forms and things like that. Get to like the hall where they were taking pictures and stuff, and the first thing that like went wrong was that I wasn't eligible to get the free college bus anymore because I'm 19. Now, it's not a bad thing, but my mate who was with me, he's over 19. He lives in Alfreton, which is quite far away from college anyway, and it cost him about £60 a week in train fares, which he can't afford at all, because he turned down a job so that he could do this course. So, being a good friend, I was like, yeah, you can stop with me for like a couple of nights a week while we've got college, and don't worry about it, you know, my parents won't mind, la di da, because my parents are quite sound like that. So that was okay. He was a bit worried, but you know, sort of reassured him he could stay with me, not in a gay way, because I know what all you trolls are like, but you know. Then when it comes to being enrolled, went up to these women with like the little computers, you know, as they do, typing away saying, yeah, we're going to enroll you on this course, la di da. Have you got a cheque for 200 and odd pounds? Excuse me? Have you got your cheque for £233? No, not for a free course. Oh, the course isn't free for you. Why? We've been told for the past year that it would be free. Well, because you've got a higher level qualification in your last course, you can't go on to do this course. Right, so I have to pay for the lower end of the course, but not the higher end of the course. That makes sense. So I've just done 2 years doing a high level course, just to do a lower level course for free so I can get the experience to go to uni, but I have to pay for the lower level course. Yes, I can always put you down as pending so that you can come back in later and give us the 200 odd pounds. Right, what's this £200 for? Oh, it's just 6 installments of a total of £1,310 for the course. Excuse me? £1,310 for what? Now bear in mind that some of the tutors or the admin that was helping us fill out our forms earlier, not me because I'm not an idiot like that, but some people were really stupid when it came to filling out forms. They didn't even know what the blooming middle name was. Anyway, they were bragging at the fact that they had £1 million to play with this course, to play around with it, and they hadn't even gotten close to the 250 mark of it, and they'd already finished like the preparations and everything for the course. It was the same problem with my mate. Now, my mate, he lives just with his dad, so, you know, doesn't get like a lot of money in his house, and he did turn down a full-time job so that he could do this course because he was going to do the same as me and go to university. Now he can't get on the course because he'd have to pay 1,300 quid for it, and he's got nothing to fall back on. I think that is disgusting when colleges have got 750 grand to play with and they can't spare 2 grand of that for one course. I think that's disgusting on the education system, and to be honest, for the past 2 years of college it has been really shit and pretty much been lied to every second, for saying, oh yes, you need some more money for this trip that you've already paid for 4 months in advance. Oh right, great. So this is the end of this sort of rant thing, and if you want to put something that winds you up and I'll see if it winds me up, then I can put your username thing in the next video and, you know, talk about that and see whether it winds me up or not. Or if you want to guest star in one of these, I mean, it'd be great to have someone talking with me, so we can have different views and opinions on things. So get typing, get commenting. If you don't like this video, then please don't hesitate to tell me why you dislike it, and I'll leave you all to it. See you later, guys.